The Phoenix Suns finally get their man in Nick Richards. After having a centre problem the entire season, it's time for the Suns to actually get a new centre. And obviously, we've sent away Josh Okogie and 3 picks. And in return, we got Nick Richards and a second round pick. But the Suns have had a centre problem throughout this whole season. We all know that as fans. And what does Nick Richards bring to this team that this current centres do not is quite important. Currently, we run Plumlee, Nurkic, but he's been out the last few games, and also Iguodala, the rookie. But the problem that the Suns have with Plumlee and Nurkic, most importantly, is that they're not athletic. You know, they can't protect the rim. They're not great playmakers. They can't make shots. They're not good post scorers. And that's a big problem, especially when you have Tyus Jones, who obviously is not great defensively. Devin Booker, who again is not great defensively. When teams run the pick and roll, you really need your center to be able to protect the rim and be able to help out your guards when it comes to defending. And Plumlee and Nurkic simply don't bring that. Even when you're just looking at stats, Nick Richards in his last 9 games, his numbers have shot up. He's averaging 11 points, 10 rebounds and 2 blocks a game. That's what the Suns need. Obviously, he's not the greatest center that there is. He's not. It's quite simple to say that. But what he does is he brings the basics to the Suns. He's athletic. He can protect the rim. If you give him the ball, he can be a decent post scorer. He provides that lob threat. And the Suns don't need someone special. The Suns don't need someone amazing to be a center. They just need someone that can give you the basic, give you the fundamentals. And that's all the Suns really need. Now, obviously, we are giving away Josh Okogie, which, for me, I like Josh Okogie, but there's a reason why we tied him to that contract down in the summer was because we can use him in trades like this. But it says a lot that the Hornets, who are a tanking team, don't even want Nurkic. And there is a big problem with Nurkic's contract and how we can get that out. When we traded Nurkic, obviously, we sent away DeAndre Ayton and Toumani Camara, but DeAndre Ayton was a problem. Let's not try to rewrite the narrative. Let's not try to rewrite the history. DeAndre Ayton was a problem. But was Yusuf Nurkic the answer? Absolutely not. We could have gotten someone a lot better. You know, I feel like DeAndre Ayton, there was a player, and there still is a player in DeAndre Ayton, don't get me wrong. But a lot of his work has to come down with mentally he just wasn't there, and we're seeing that at the Trailblazers right now. Mentally he's not there, but we should have not gotten Yusuf Nurkic, let alone give away to Mani Kamara, who's an excellent defensive wing. He's also hitting his shots. I do not know what went through the Suns' mind when they were doing that. They would have taken DeAndre Ayton in return for Yusuf Nurkic. We didn't have to give away Kamara, yet we did it, and I do not know why we did it. But again, with Nurkic, I feel like most likely we're going to waive his contract. Nurkic and Plumlee is probably the worst starting centre rotation the league has, and it's quite sad because we have Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, you know, 2 excellent players, 2 players that you really want to build around, but this front office simply hasn't built around it, and it is quite sad because when you did have Devin Booker and Kevin Durant with CP3, DeAndre Ayton, we took the eventual winners Nuggets to a 6-game series. And it was largely down to Kevin Durant and Devin Booker being insane. Like, it's just simply how it is. But what the Suns couldn't do is that they couldn't build around them two. We tried to get Beal in. And at the time, I was happy with the Beal trade. But again, we didn't build around Beal, KD, Book. We just made it worse. And Nick Richards is the first step to making amends, I would say. Obviously, again, like I said, he's not the starting centre that's going to be playing against like the best centers and being able to compete with them. No, but that's not what we're asking. What we're asking for him to do is defensively protect the rim, get boards, you know, make sure that you clear out. That's what we're asking for. And offensively, set your screens, get your pick and rolls, get your dunks when, you know, because we know Booker loves throwing up the lob, but he hasn't really had anyone to do that to. Just make sure you do the basics. That's all the Suns are asking for in their centre. And I'm telling you right now, with Kevin Durant and Devin Booker on the floor, he's going to be getting so many looks. Nurkic gets them looks. Plumlee gets them looks. Also, Iguodala gets them looks. But they just simply can't do anything when they have the ball in their hands. And hopefully, Nick Richards can somehow provide that. But we don't only need Nick Richards. We probably still need another starting centre who can at least come in and compete or if not start, at least be a bench player, because Nurkic, he's most likely gone. Mason Plumlee is not good enough. Like, last night, I saw the Hornets... Sorry, I saw the Hawks center, Onyeka. He got 20 points and 20 rebounds. Don't get me wrong, it's not all on Plumlee, because I feel like defensively, there's an issue. Mentally, these players are not tough. They haven't had the leader since CP3 left. The way some of the players, like, they don't even box out. I'm seeing 3 Hawks players go for the ball, and I'm seeing the rest of the Suns players ball watching. So it's not all on the center. There is a mental problem, and we do need that leader that will tell them, come on guys, fix up, man. You guys are not looking at the balls. You guys are not clearing out. You guys are not boxing out properly. There has to be a leader in that. But the main person that should be getting the most rebounds is your center. And defensively, offensively, he is getting dominated. And we can't really have that. You know, especially the way that the NBA is moving. You need your big to be hitting threes. We don't even need that big to be hitting threes, because we've got players that can hit threes. But just do the basics. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, guard the pick and roll. Help out with your guard in the pick and roll. Protect the rim. When you get the ball in the paint, make sure you finish it. And Plumlee hasn't been doing that. Also, Iguodala, he's young. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to be learning. But again, he's not your typical center. I'm pretty sure his wingspan is about 6'9" wingspan. He's not the tallest. That's not really your center. And he's not also the strongest. So it's not like he can out-muscle other centers. But again, with time, also will learn. And I feel like also does have a decent career in the NBA coming up. And, you know, learning off Kevin Durant, learning off Devin Booker, learning off different players, it will help his career a lot. But if we can get Nick Richards, another centre to help out, and have also Iguodala as the third string, I'm telling you right now, it is a lot better than what we have right now. Also, obviously, it's currently the backup centre. Tonight, we have a game against the Pistons. Would I start also instead of Plumlee? 100%. I feel like Plumlee don't really offer anything. For me, it's time for him to pack up the bags and retire, basically. And that's what should happen. Obviously, if you're looking at even the stats of Mason Plumlee this season, 4 points per game, 6 rebounds. Come on. 6 rebounds. Your starting centre is averaging 6 rebounds per game. Is that a joke? Come on, man. That's your starting centre, and he's averaging 6 rebounds per game. And the amount of minutes that he's been getting the last few games, averaging 4 points per game, horrendous. Because I'm seeing him get a few looks where the layup is open, yet he's kicking it out for a free. Or I'm seeing where there's a mismatch in the paint and he gets the ball and he can't finish. Obviously, his free throw percentage ain't the best as well. So defenders know that they can foul him, and if he goes to the line, he might miss one. So there is a problem with the Suns, but Nick Richards is the first step to trying to solve that problem. In my opinion, we have to get Butler. Because obviously Jimmy Butler defensively is great. We know what he can do. We know what offensively he can do, you know. But Jimmy Butler, he's the leader that we've been missing since we've had CP3. Booker ain't really a leader. Kevin Durant, again, it's not really a leader that will tell you the hard things that you need to hear. That's what CP3 was doing. You know, when the Twins had a bad game, when DeAndre Ayton was having a bad game, when Jay Crowder was having a bad game, even when Booker was having a bad game, CP3 was the one to tell them, you're like, you know what, fix up, you know, work on this, work on that. We haven't really had that. And Butler, we've seen with the Heat what he's done. He's taken them to a finals twice. And that Heat's team is not good. They were 8th seed and they got to a final. So we know the effect and we know the presence that Butler can have. But if Suns can somehow get Butler over the line, plus another centre, it's going to look a lot better. And we are going to have a chance in the playoffs. Because right now we have Kevin Durant and Booker. I've already spoken about it. When you have those two in your team, you have to build around it. This is these guys are 2 stars that will probably get you a championship if you build around them properly. Build around them properly, and I'm telling you right now, Suns have a great chance. But I am happy with the Nick Richards trade. Finally, we've got a new starting centre. He's not going to be able to play tonight against the Pistons, but maybe Monday night we should be able to see him start, see a bit of his games. But if you guys did enjoy the video, if you guys did like the video, make sure to subscribe, follow, and make sure to comment your thoughts down below. Obviously, I'm trying to learn the game. I'm trying to hear what Suns fans want to say. But just make sure to comment down below. I've been Najib Talk Suns, and I'm out. Peace.